Going live. Yep, we're live. All right. So, hey guys, we have Nisha Mehta here with us today. He will be talking about he'll be talking about LinkedIn and how to get a better profile and all of that. So, to begin with, Nisha, you can introduce yourself and then you can begin the session.
Yeah, hi everyone. Nice to be taking up this session today. So I am Nishchip Mehta from BITS Pilani, Goa, and I am pursuing a dual degree program in BITS, wherein I'm doing a master's in economics as well as a bachelor's degree in electronics and instrumentation. So right now the today's so I have been interested in quite a few things like product management, finance, and as well as entrepreneurship. So the whole ecosystem basically involves networking at all stages, and that's why I had been into everything for quite a while since I joined my college, and I got this opportunity to take this session today. And thus I'll be taking you guys through the various things that we are trying to cover today. So what's the today's agenda? So the agenda today is basically will be looking at what exactly is a network. Then we'll see why actually do we need to network. Then I got some good networking tips for you guys. I have been able to achieve quite some internships here and there, then made some good networks for my ideas, and also been able to browse through a lot of other get guidance on various pathways just through networking. And today I'll try to focus some tips with you guys as well. So let's begin, and ultimately you can throw up some questions and we'll take them as well. So let's begin. So I'll firstly take you guys through what exactly is there are certain myths about LinkedIn which we need to cover and see is it actually the right platform for us, or what is the whole buzz about? Okay, so so the first myth that people generally have is that LinkedIn is only for those people who are looking for jobs. Okay, so when I was about to join the college, I had this thought in my mind that LinkedIn is just a platform where you find jobs. It is similar to what Monster.com is or Naukri.com is. There is no difference in what LinkedIn is, and that's why I don't need to join this website. I'm happy doing Facebook, Instagram, and all those things, and this is not something that I should look forward to. So this was the initial thought I had in my mind. But is it so? We'll see further in the today's session. The next, myth that is there about this is that you only need to create a LinkedIn profile when you are looking forward for a job. No, it is again not so. I'll take up this ahead. Then the biggest myth is that yes, my college will have a good placement season and I'll get a good job, or maybe when I'm working on something, I'll definitely get visibility for it on my own, and there is no need for me to have a network. So now this question is this is also again a myth, and there is no backing to this. Everyone needs a network, whether it's their social life or is their professional life. In our social life, we have our friends who remain as a network for various things, and in our professional life, we also need a network to basically grow. So next up, let's take. So I have been mentioning this network for a while now, but what exactly is this network thing? I mean, you have been seeing a lot of buzz around that you need to have a very strong network, but what exactly do you mean by having a network? So basically, network is a deliberate activity to build, reinforce, and maintain relationships of trust with other people to further your goals. Now, the thing is that this might sound as a very typical B school kind of definition for a network, but I want to highlight a major fact over here that network is a two-sided thing. You know, you there should be something that you are giving from your side and something that you are receiving from someone else. If it is only a one-sided thing, it would just become a favor. It won't remain a network should be always two-sided. So that is a major point to be noted here, that there should be a flow of information between the two folks, and also there has to be a number of folks involved in a network. So that's okay. For now, I understood. Yes, I need to have people around me. I do need to network, but why do I need to do all this? Like, what I am gonna get out of it by spending n number of hours a week on talking to people, uh, meeting new folks, and spending time on LinkedIn, spending time on other social medias. What exactly am I gaining out of it? Because I might prefer to spend this time studying something, working on my some application, or working on my idea, or working on something else. But where exactly does the need for networking come up? So so these are some statistics I gathered from a LinkedIn report. So the first statistics say that people with a strong network get up to 13 times more job opportunities. So okay, so let's first, I am not. So, is there some way I can also see some comments and all about what people have doubts or something? Uh, no, no, just want to see what kind of people do we have joining us. Okay. Awesome. So when you are in college, okay, so what focus do you have? So I'll tell from my experiences, the people I see around myself. So you have people that want to do a startup. You have people that want to do a job, or you have people that want to do a mixed lot of things, right? Some people want to do their own business. Some people want to freelance, or some people just want to hang around. So for all those opportunities, you basically need someone to push you in there. The opportunity would never come to you. And uh, people with a strong network definitely have more chances of seeking opportunities. So basically, now once we have defined that what is our goal of networking, we need to take a look at what are actually its benefits. So I divided the opportunities in three segments. First is the people that want to launch their own idea, want to work on their startup. Then there are people that want to seek jobs, and then there are people that just want to freelance. Now, for these all three sets of folks, what are exactly the benefits of networking? So the benefits are like, one can actually stay up to date and informed. True. Now this fits in well for all the three categories. Like say I'm working in the field of some consumer technology. I need to know what consumers are thinking. I need to know what exactly is the situation in market, and then and wherein when I'm also looking forward to a job, I also need to keep myself updated. Yet these are the skills and technologies that are out there in which I need to build my expertise. So having a network actually helps you be up to date and informed about what's happening in the market. Because if you're looking just sitting at your desk and working on things, you won't be able to gather knowledge about what's actually happening in the market. Now now at one, so see, there are certain things for which pathways are properly defined. For example, you want to get a software development role. So now there are very clear pathways that apply to a company. You do competitive coding, you sit for interviews, and you finally get a job. It's very clear pathways, but such pathways do not exist when you're doing a startup. You are finding some non-core role, you are finding some freelance work. So therein, when you feel stuck, you need someone who you can question and seek advice from, because not everything is freely written on the internet. This is the mechanism, because the industries are so quickly evolving at this point of time that You don't have you don't have see, the person that has access to information before you will make the leap forward. So uh, so the thing is that you need to, ask questions and seek advice, and then keep moving on forward. Now we were working on three different set of folks. Now when you're working on your journey, whether it be in college, whether it be in your startup, there are different points in your journey when you need feedback, how you are doing, what you are doing. And then you need people, you need experts, or you need people that had been in the industry who can answer you, yes, you have been doing this right, or you have been doing that wrong. So we need a network to actually seek feedback from people. Then the other thing comes up. There are certain, when you're working on your idea, or even when you're freelancing, you need to, collaborate with people, right? So there might be certain tasks that you can't execute on yourself, right? You need to build a team. You need to find folks around you, the right mindsets who you can collaborate with. How do you go about finding it? If I am just working on something on my own, which is, there you won't I mean, there has to be some skill sets that you might not have, and you might need some other folks with those skill sets on your team. So, and almost every project in today's domain requires some or the other kind of collaboration. So how do you go about doing it? You need a network for this to execute those things. Now the other thing comes up is that, say if you are setting up your startup or your business, how do you reach out to clients? Okay, you need, again, the need for a network comes up. And lastly, which is very clear to everyone, that yeah, for jobs we actually need a network where we can seek referrals, where we can get to know what exactly is the opening coming up in a company, or where a vacancy is being created. So yeah, we need a network. Okay. Another interesting, a fact I have is that 70% of the people that were hired at a company are where they actually had a connection already. So when you talk to people around you, you'll get to know that, say I get placed in XYZ company. Now I would obviously prefer the people I know to come there and work besides me, because it is easier to tune in. So now, if I want to get placed, I need to have connections with people with similar minds who can help me get into that specific company. So this is another major fact that yes, referrals do speed up your hiring. Okay. Now let's jump into some interesting things specific to LinkedIn. So the first thing to understand is that there are certain degree connections in LinkedIn that we have. So like the first one is we have first degree connections, then we have second degree connections, and then we have third degree connections. So so I have also joined in the chat on YouTube. So can you guys quickly tell me, what do you think that these first, second degree and third degree connections would be like? Somebody can type in a chat and tell. Yeah, it will come up. We'll wait for 30 seconds. Yeah, let's keep it a bit interactive now. All right, some quick, answers are coming in. So most of them seem to be correct. So basically, I'll take up an example here. So say if I go to a college, and the people in my class are basically my first degree connections, because I know them directly. I know who they are, what they do, and all those things. Now their friends who may be in a different stream, or maybe say you have a lot of clubs and departments in your college. So those people I might not know, I might just know people that are in my club or department, and then their friends in different streams or clubs or departments would become my second degree connections. Now there might be some people that they might know, like who would be their seniors, who they would have interacted with. So now these the other folks, the ones that are at the last of the chain, would become their third degree connection. So now what happens is that, say, to know the people at the last of the chain, I first need to know my first degree connections, then my second degree connections, and then I'll be able to know those people at the end. Now the important thing to note over here is that LinkedIn also works on the same fact. You directly, say if I want to connect with Narendra Modi, okay, I can't directly go and reach out to Narendra Modi, right? I first need to talk to the MP or MLA in my state. Then I need to connect with PMO office, and then I can maybe connect with Narendra Modi, right? So similarly, while sending a request on LinkedIn, I first need to connect with people that I know. Then I need to, connect with their friends, and then I can reach out to higher folks. So it's always good to, first add up your folks from your college, like your alumni or your classmates or your batchmates on LinkedIn. Then also add their friends or people that you can actually find relevant to, and then ultimately you can approach to higher folks as well. So this, because LinkedIn doesn't allow you to, simply send requests to random folks, right? You need to build that specific ladder for yourself. So basically, this is the whole, the spiral network of networking. Okay, now we'll jump on to the major part of today's session, which is basically what exactly do we need to have in our profile. So networking happens both online and offline, but our focus today is mainly on the online aspect of it, wherein we are exploring this specific one platform known as LinkedIn, which actually has a lot of potential, especially in these COVID times when we actually can't go to meetups, we can't go to conferences, or we can't have events in our colleges where we can meet people. So the only platform we have today is LinkedIn, and that's why it's very crucial to have a very crisp profile on LinkedIn, so that we can so that it clearly reflects who we are. So now a lot of people around you might get this very wrong, like how exactly to go about doing it. So the focus today of this, as the name also suggests, that what should your LinkedIn profile exactly look like? So we'll try to cover this quickly. Okay. So, so the first thing is that you always have to keep your profile updated. Now, what exactly do you need to have? So, so the first thing is that you should have a very crisp profile picture. Now, your profile picture on LinkedIn should differ from the profile picture on your any other social media networks, right? Like Facebook, Instagram. Therein, you try to display a more personal life of yourself, and wherein now you are showcasing a professional outlook. So similarly, your picture should also reflect it in a similar way. Now, uh, the second thing comes is this tagline. Basically, you can see for this example that she is writing. She's a creative director at this specific company, and she's passionate about web design. So, in a single line, she's able to convey. One in one single sentence, she's able to convey what exactly is she doing, and what exactly why is she on this specific network. Right now, there below that you actually see their recent engagements, their location, and the number of people they have in their network. Then comes the major segment of your LinkedIn, which is this bio. Okay, So now bio is a more descriptive version of your tagline, wherein you go about telling more in detail of what you have done. So you have a lot of things to talk about, right? So now your bio basically captures that. Now what you see on the so you'll the slides are actually changing a bit slow for you guys. So you'll basically see that she has written a small crisp bio about that, of what she has done, what kind of projects she has worked upon, what are her area of expertise. So this complete bio basically gives a brief idea of exactly what she is doing. Now there is an important thing to note over here, that see, when I'm searching for a person, say I need a, I need a graphic designer, there would be ends and ends of graphic designer. But now say I need a graphic designer who has worked in making ads for beverage brands. So now so my purpose is that when someone is looking for me to network with me, they should be easily able to find me, right? So how exactly the search works? So basically search, you basically, whenever you are searching for something or someone, you type in certain keywords. Now if you won't have those keywords in your description, the LinkedIn search won't give those results to that specific person, right? So it is very crucial that you have those keywords in your bio or tagline, so that whenever a person searches for you, they are able to actually find you. So you should include proper keywords about what you are doing. Okay. Next comes is that you need to elaborate properly on your work experience. I'll just take a pause over here so that slides come up for you guys. Is it going fine? Okay. Okay. So basically, all right. From the bio and tagline, I got a gist of who you are, right? But now I also need to know that what exactly have you previously done, because whenever I'm trying to network with someone, I need a bit of history about them also, right? For example, I'm looking forward to meet someone who has been as an investment banker at a XYZ firm. So how do I get to know that he has been a banker? Okay, he might have written that he is interested in finance in his tagline or maybe in his bio, but I won't be able to capture what exactly he has been doing, right? So then you also need to highlight your experiences properly. Now, while highlighting your experience, it has to be always in a crisp manner. So how do you put it in a crisp manner? You put it in a crisp manner by actually writing single line sentences in bullets. So like you see on your screen right now, you have a very simple way in which she has written these things about what exactly she has done while working as a creative director at Explore California. So now if you write a sentence that is more than one line, that becomes tougher for the person to read. Now you need to analyze, now you need to feel that whenever a person is looking at your profile, they would look at it for barely 10 to say 20 seconds at max. So in 10 to 20 seconds, nobody is interested in reading big paragraphs about you. So it should be written in a such crisp format that they quickly get, yes, this guy has been doing this and he is the best fit for us. Right. So now moving forward, uh, how exactly do you go about, networking? So there are quite a few folks that I can see over here who are yet to join LinkedIn. So the first thing you do is you need to bring a solid foundation, because I told you, once you have your first degree connection, then you can move to second degree and finally third degree. So first you build a foundation, you send requests to your friends and family, co-workers who can be current or former, or your classmates. So this is the first thing to do. And then what you do is you basically go about networking with other people. So now, before you go on to network with other people, you actually need to have a good credibility and reach. So credibility depends upon two to three things. First thing is your how good you have made your profile. I told some important parameters for that. And the next thing is and the next thing is that you need to add relevant people. Now, if I go about adding some XYZ guy from something, it doesn't actually add credibility to my network. So now when I'm sending a request to another guy, he would think, यार इसने तो इतने लोगों को ऐड कर रखा है, ये मेरे को भी ऐसे ही भेज रहा है, ठीक है? So he would have this mentality in this mind that there is no purpose attached to why he wants to network with him. And in this fast moving world, nobody wants to spend so much of time at least if someone is at a higher position, they don't want to spend so much time networking with people that don't have any credibility, right? So, okay, now we have a good profile done. We have our credibility maintained, a strong foundation built by adding our first degree connection. Now, how do I search for more people around me, right? So, what people generally do is that they simply go out typing name. Okay, I need to know people that have worked in Microsoft and Bits Pilani. Okay, but that would give me very randomized results. But I might want to know people that have done specific things. Say I want to see a person who is a AI researcher at Google and who has passed out from my college, Bits Pilani, and is currently working in California. So what I do is, so the LinkedIn, what I want to highlight right now is that the LinkedIn search bar is very much optimized to, do all these things. So you basically type these keywords over there and then you can filter it out. You can filter for people, you can filter for jobs, or you can even filter for content. Content is basically the post that people put. Now, say I want to read back someone's post that they had posted long back. So I can simply write some keywords that I remember from that post, click on content, and then it would only show me those posts. Same for jobs and same for people. Now, the example I was giving you guys was for, say, a guy at Google. So I wanted to see the specific guy from, California. So when I click on this drop down menu of locations, it will show me all the locations, and from there I can select Google California. In current companies also, it will give me a list of companies, and I can select Google. Now connections is basically first degree, second degree, and third degree. Now say I'm networking with a guy who happens to be my third degree connection. So I can simply remove all filtered results of first and second degree connections by uh, taking marking that I only need to find the third degree connections. So this can actually help you save time and also find the exact person you are looking forward to. Okay. Now the next thing is that uh, one thing that we do generally is that we simply click on the send invitation button. We send an invite on LinkedIn to just anyone, and the rates of acceptance are comparatively low because it might happen that that person might not know you, and but you still want to, that person is a very high interest for you, and you still want to network with that folk. Now what happens is that you need to what there's a facility that LinkedIn provides is that you can add an invitation. You can add a text to that invitation that hey Rahul, I'm reaching out to you because I'm interested in knowing that what kind of work culture do you have at Google. So once I add that short note, so the note is limited to 300 characters. That is gonna reflect on that person's screen while he get the invitation. So he'll get to know that, oh, this guy has sent me because this reason. Or I can simply write, hey, I'm your junior at Bits Pilani, looking forward to connecting with you. Then he'll get to know, oh, he's my junior, and that's why he wants to connect with me. So it adds more value to your invitation, and it also actually gives an idea to that other person that why your invitation is meaningful. Okay. Then there are other important features that the LinkedIn provides. One is LinkedIn groups. These are currently a bit inactive, but there are certain good content that you can find over here. So in LinkedIn groups, basically, when you click on there's a checker box above on work. The slide is just coming up for you guys. So it will show you groups option. So then you can join groups of your relevant interest. So there are groups for graphic design, there are groups for AI, ML, machine learning, and all those things. So you can join groups of your interest, and then you can find more relevant folks over there. And also you can find recent news. So what happens is that people keep posting on recent updates and everything in this groups. So it gives you a nice news feed to read about. So the first thing I had mentioned to you guys was that the major purpose of networking is to basically stay updated. So now groups happen to be one way of staying updated, but the major thing is your news feed. Now one major issue problem that people face is that when they keep adding random folks from random industries or random irrelevant things, their news feed also doesn't give them the right updates. So always network with people that are relevant to you, so that you are able to get relevant news on your news feed. And always also like the relevant things that you want to keep on continuously be updated about, because the LinkedIn, as any other site, LinkedIn also takes up your likings and all in such a way, and the algorithm keeps on showing you the similar kind of content. Okay. um, Then you have the different updates that are going on. Then LinkedIn also offers some courses under LinkedIn Learning, which are okay. You can go about trying that, but there are better resources available online. So that was one thing. So now you have a network, you have your profile built, you have people around you. But if you stay dead, people won't recognize you, right? So what you need to do is you need to share some content. You can create some content, and you can put it. So your content can be like, you can post on different things that are happening in the market. Say how the Suez Canal thing that happened recently has impacted the economy, a short note on that, sharing your insights. And you always share insights related to that sector in which you are personally interested in. Like, say I'm personally interested in entertainment and finance, so I write about those things, because then only people would get to know, yes, this guy is interested in this specific domain, and that's why he keeps on sharing contents about this, and this guy has knowledge about it. So it further enhances your credibility about that sector, that yes, you have knowledge about it. Then, say if you have recently joined LinkedIn, you do not have much content to share about, or you are still in your first year exploring, what you have around you. So, but you still want to, expand your network, want people to know about you. So the best thing is to give feedback or join in meaningful conversations. Now, what you can do is you'll see a lot of people posting things online. They would be creating their content. Now you can post your comments on that. So when you post comments on a high reach post, your profile also gets noticed, because people generally scroll through comments and see who has reacted by saying what. So say if you don't have enough content to actually create something, you can simply start off by sharing simple comments about different things that are yet meaningful. So so now your visibility will also keep on increasing, and your writing habit can also develop. And once you write something, other people will also respond to it, so it would become a conversation. So now once the conversation is on, uh, you'll people would witness your profile, people would go through your profile. Now see how this is a link, connected together. Like first you had making your profile. Now when you're sharing content or joining conversations, the first thing people do is click on your profile. So the way I told you guys, that first you need to make a crisp profile that tells briefly about you. So now when you are joining conversations, when people are clicking on your profile, they would be easily able to understand that yes, this guy is doing this. And now when you reach out to other people for your personal benefit, then they would easily get an idea that yes, this guy is credible. So this was the whole basically thing about how LinkedIn works and what exactly do you need to be on LinkedIn. Now, for the next 15 minutes, we are open for a Q&A, and you can ask your questions. This was from my side.
Yep, guys, shoot your questions in the sidebar that is there, the live chat,
Yeah.
so that Anisha can answer them.
There were people asking when the Q&A is happening. So guys, we are starting now. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, in the meanwhile, there was one question that someone had asked: what should be the cover that is there, like the background?
Okay, so cover I personally feel is not much required. So basically cover people generally put, say I'm working on a startup. So I need to show something about my startup. So I put a cover telling about my company. So basically some graphic. Then if I am into freelancing, I can show that yes, I do this. Like I am into web designing, Android app development, or something like this. Basically it's a graphic that actually showcases a bit about your business. But if you are a general folk like me who is actually looking forward for jobs, who is actually looking forward for internship, then and all a cover doesn't make much sense.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh, People have started asking questions in the comments.
Yeah, I'll take it up. So the first question coming is, I don't want LinkedIn to be Facebook. How can I make sure that the post I'm posting is not boring but too techy but is informative? Yeah, good question. So now I'll also tell about this. So basically I recently wrote a, so the IPO market is on boom, and I recently wrote a blog on Kalyan Jewellers IPO. So I could have written that specific article in such a way that it would have become too technical, right? I could have written a lot of financial jargons, or I could have mentioned a lot of technical number data, like the EPS is at this much, the price to earning ratio for the company is this much. A lot of other things I could have put to make it more technical. But how I approached that specific article was in a more of a storytelling format, wherein I derived that most of the Indians shop for jewelry when there is a wedding happening at their place. And now the median age of India is at that segment when a lot of people will actually eventually get married. So the demand for jewelry will go on. So I wrote it in a more of a storytelling format so that people feel more connected and don't even get bored. So I think that answers your question well. What can a first year or a second year student put up on LinkedIn? So Jayanti, you need to firstly look at what your interests are. Okay, so there are two things you might want in your answer. First one would be what kind of content you can put and what kind of things can you put on your profile. So on your profile, you can put which clubs and departments you are a part of. I had led the entrepreneurship cell on campus and also the consulting club on campus. So I wrote about the initiatives that I took in both those clubs. Okay, and even in my first and second year, there were certain initiatives that I took, and also during the other activities, there were some volunteer things that I had done. So I mentioned about those things. Now what you need to factor in here is that yes, you might mention it these things in your first and second year, but as you keep progressing, you should keep on updating these things. So in your first and second year, you can put whatever basic things that you're doing, because at that point of time the only thing you need to show is that yes, you are someone that who actually takes a step forward and takes initiatives. Okay, even when you're searching for an internship, they would see only this thing. They might not expect a lot of things out of you. So this is the first thing. And the second thing, on what kind of content you can put, that depends upon your interest. Like I am interested in finance, so I wrote about the IPO market. So That depends upon your interest. Okay, can I include the clubs in college? Yes. Before you graduate, you should do it, but after you graduate, you would have more meaningful stuff to talk about. Okay. Next is, I feel like connections I'm making on LinkedIn are just in numbers. How do I be more connected to the people? I once tried to reach out to a few people for a project, but it didn't work out. Okay, so Yashasvi, the first thing is that whenever you are reaching out, I know it happens that you add a lot of folks, people easily even accept your request, but then when you go about talking to them, the conversion rates are pretty low. Okay, so now what actually you can do is that you can whenever you're reaching out to someone, don't directly tell them that I need help on this thing, or I need your support on this thing. You actually need to first gain that other person's interest. So basically what you do is you tell them that, hey, you're working on this thing, I just want to know how you go about doing it. So can I talk to you on phone, or can I have your email or phone number for a chat? Okay, you tell them that, you first gain that person's interest, you talk to them about what they're doing. Everyone is interested to tell what they are doing, like people are very much into those things. And then prompt that, yes, I need your help on this, then your conversion rate might be high. I'll take a 2-minute break over here to have some water. Till then, you can put on your questions, and then we'll continue. All right. Yeah, guys, I'm back. So actually, there was a power cut, and I had to switch my network. So yeah. Okay. So we have a couple of more questions coming in. Uh, Okay, how should somebody interested in multiple areas, say freelancing, startups, and internship, make an effective profile? Okay, so now the clear thing is that you need to actually, so say you are interested in three things. Now you actually need to present all these things equally and likely. But the point is that you can't just keep on targeting in general life also. You can't keep on targeting a lot of things. So first do is that first explore one thing, then explore the other thing, and then explore the other thing, because then people would also find you more credible and can feel that, yes, this person is interested towards this specific thing. Okay, so Ojas has a question specific to internships, so I'll cover that now. So for internships, you basically so see, people say a lot about ki MOOCs are meaningless, or say there are other things that we don't need to put. But say, see, whatever you put on your LinkedIn profile, you should have enough confidence to talk about it. Say I did a course on SQL. Now I should have that confidence in me that if I'm putting it on LinkedIn, I would be able to talk about it in an interview. So you put your so if it is your first internship, you put about the different projects that you are done. You put about the different projects, academic projects that you have undertaken in your college or some initiatives. And if it is your second or third internship, then you need to highlight properly that what ownership or what tasks you did properly execute in your first or second internship. So basically, it is a ladder, you know. So you need to follow that specific ladder. Okay, I don't have many skills and projects. Okay, see, Mohammed might be from first year asking this. So you can actually go about doing certain certifications and put more about them on your CV, or you can look forward to some volunteer activities and describe about it. Also, you can put about your educational background, say ninth. If you don't absolutely have anything else, then you can put about your 10th or 12th grade marks as well, and you can also write your college CGPA. So those things would help you fill more things on your profile, or some competitive exams that you had given. Should the picture be in a coat or a blazer? No, there is nothing like it should be in a coat or a blazer. Even a collared T-shirt is also considered formal, and even a round neck T-shirt, if worn properly, can be considered formal. It is just that it should look professional, not funky or casual. Okay, so that essence gets captured in the picture. There is no need to for it to be this fancy. How to be visible over LinkedIn. Okay, write meaningful contents. That is the best way to be visible. Join conversations. I covered this. How do I get clients on LinkedIn? So getting clients is a very specific thing. You need to make pages about your brand. You need to tell more. You need to keep posting about your brand. You need to write what exactly you are doing in your brand, and then also keep adding those relevant people on your profile so that they keep viewing. And once you see their interest in your post, then shoot a message to them that yes, I'm looking forward to this or that collaboration. Is it true that a person? No. Firstly, if there is a picture included, picture and the written stuff have no correlation. Rather, I would not be interested in looking at a profile that doesn't have a profile picture, because it would seem that the person has not made even this much of effort to add credibility to his profile. How to ask suggestion and help, I already told that. First approach people, know about what they are doing, start a conversation, and then ask. Yeah, you should make a profile in first semester and see what other people are doing. That's how you'll get to know what you need to do when your time comes. Mm, Harish made a post that LinkedIn posts greater than 5 lines are neglected by him. That is his choice now. Now, different people have different choices, right? About different content they want to read. Now, it depends upon their target audience. Harish might have a target audience who wants to read, more crisp and short, bit-sized content. But there might be people that want to read elaborate content. So that is totally on their side. Can I just put my face for the profile picture? Yes, generally it should be like your passport size photo. So that should be the appropriate length that should be captured in your profile photo. What is your opinion on LinkedIn Premium? Okay, LinkedIn Premium is not required. Okay, you don't need LinkedIn Premium until and unless, basically LinkedIn Premium is meant for those people that actually want to see firstly who is looking at their profile when they have very high visibility, and secondly when I need to send people a lot of messages that I don't even know. So like when I'm in my finally semester on campus and I'm searching for a job and I need to send messages to recruiters, then LinkedIn Premium comes handy. But for a general folk, there is no sense to spend money on that. How to approach people personally for internships? Again, what you need to do is first talk to them what exactly. Okay, I'll tell this in more detail. Say I want to find an internship at Kunal Shah's cred in a marketing role. Say I'm very intrigued by the marketing campaign they came out with last IPL, and this IPL I have an idea and I want to intern with them and create a marketing campaign. So now what I'll do is I'll find first who is working in marketing at cred, then I'll reach out to them. Now, if I simply say, hello, bhaiya, give me an internship, he will not give me an internship, right? He would say, okay, Tata, bye bye. Now, I'll first tell him that yes, it was very exciting to see the kind of campaign that you created during IPL, and the way cred is marketing itself, it is very unique and nobody else has done it. So, first thing, you praise that person, you have his attention. Next, what you do is you ask him, how do you come up with this idea, these kind of ideas? How does your team work? What is like, what a day is like in the marketing team at cred? So now you posed a question that started a conversation, right? So now you continue with this conversation at one point in that conversation say that I am also interested in doing these things. Are there any internship opportunities at cred? Done. Now that person would see that yes, this guy has made a lot of effort in reaching till this point and is actually interested in knowing what I do. So he might be actually willing to put interest in doing an internship. So this is the right way to go about doing it. Can we post about suggestion on any topic? Yes, you should post. Perfect time for networking is any time when you want to start. I made a connection how to approach him. I already told you how to do that. Okay. So I think let's keep it open for 5 more minutes. And if there are some more questions coming in, we'll take them up, right? Okay. I to get clients making a separate page is important like a different brand. Yes, there has to be a separate page for your brand. Okay. Oh, I today I forgot to put my initials over here. So you guys can actually reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram. I go by the name of Nishchay Mehta. I'm also typing my name on in comments.
You guys can check the description. I've put his LinkedIn ID in the
Uh,
description.
all right.
Yeah,
That's
I've
great.
given the link to it as well. I'll post it
Yeah,
in the
that's great.
chat again.
Yeah, yeah. How to get connections which aren't of your interest background, like out of your focus areas. I told you, first connect with your first degree connections, then second degree connection, and then third degree connection. Then only LinkedIn would allow you to go about doing it. Okay. Okay, guys, 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, you can shoot them off. Um, we can take one more session on profile review where we can take certain profiles from people and then review how they have done it, maybe in some time in future. What's it?
Yeah, sure, sure. We'd love to have you back. People seem to be enjoying it. A lot of them have stayed till the end. So, should we end it?
Yeah, just waiting if there are one or two more questions.
Good.
So guys, you can also shoot your feedback in the comments if you found that meaningful or if there was something else you were looking forward to, we can organize more sessions later.
Yes, absolutely. Or you can directly DM him on LinkedIn, I guess.
Yep, correct.
Yeah, that's he'll understand what you understood from this session.
Yeah, true.
So, all right then. I think
Yes,
this
let's
should
close
end
it.
it then.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you,
Okay.
guys. Nice one up with you guys.
Yeah. You want to give any ending statement or anything?
No, just get on LinkedIn, get networking with people, connect to relevant folks, and basically start working towards your goal. Nobody is coming to you to say that this is the right time, because uh, even after COVID, now when things are opening up, business is catching up, people have adapted to the digital lifestyle. Uh, you know you Everything has become much more fast paced as compared to what is it was earlier. So now just get on it, get towards your goals. So that's it from my side.
All right then. On that note, thank you for joining in, guys. Thanks, Nisha, for
Yeah,
coming.
thank
We'll
you.
love to see you again. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
goodbye, guys. Thanks for joining in. Oh.